on repeat. There's no one in the chat so far, so just waiting for people to join. Let's see if anyone joins in today. We just hit 7,000 subscribers, which is excellent. Very, very happy with that. Was going to do a Q&A and had one question come in already on a separate YouTube comment. After you romp across that line, if you run out of live stream questions, let me just see, is the chat up here? Can I actually see the chat right now? I haven't done this on my phone for a while. Chat. I believe the chat will come up, right? If you guys are watching, then type something in so I can see if it works. After you romp across that line, if you run out of live stream questions, I have one. I love watching you make gritty bass sounds, but have you explored making music with more traditional classical instruments, orchestral scores and the like? From Sleeping State, 1978. So to answer that, not particularly, but I've tried to make orchestral scores through using just virtual instruments, essentially, but not really ever with actual real instruments, if that makes sense. So I've tried to make orchestral scores, but yeah, that's as far as it's gone. Just with, I don't know, Kontakt and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. No, that's not it. That's not right. Good morning, Blips. How are you? Good to see you, bro. Thank you for being part of the 7K. And you're definitely one. You're definitely in the top. Definitely in the top 100, probably even higher, I would say. I've come to read a lot of your comments on the channel, and you've been always very, very good. Yeah, very supportive. So thank you, Blips. And I remember you're from the Bible Belt in the United States or something. I think you said, didn't you? Warbliggers, Three Thieves. It's been a long time. I remember you. It's been a while, bro, since I've seen some of your comments, actually. Hope you're doing good. Thank you as well. Thank you for all your support as well, my bro. My pleasure, always great content. Thank you, Blips. Let me know what kind of content you want, you know. If you've got any specific requests, you know, I'm always open to ideas. If not, I'll just keep doing sound design in Serum. That's my backup plan. Yes, sir, I'm down in Texas. Nice, man. I can't wait to come down to Texas one day. It's definitely going to happen sometime. It's been on my bucket list for a long time, Texas. So, wow, I've got 14 people. Feel free to ask questions, by the way, music questions or whatever you want, really. I just came on to say thanks to you guys for supporting me, and happy to answer any random questions you might want to ask. I don't know. Thank you, Three Thieves. Serum content is great. That's good. I'm glad you like it. I'm still getting used to it, but I'm starting to get the hang of it now. Like, obviously, I just released a preset pack, so Obviously, I think I'm good enough to do that, but I'm still learning. You know, I think I can still get better. I always love the sound design. I actually really like your long form interviews you do with producers, but I know those are hard to set up. Yeah, that's good actually. That's good to know. Those are actually really fun for me as well. But yeah, it is harder to set up because you've got to schedule it in with someone and then. But yeah, we can do more of those. We've got a remix coming out on the label soon. There's actually a couple of artists who have recently released on the label as well that I could ask. Asylum and Antidode. I could see if they'd be up for a podcast as well. Yeah, man, I can definitely do some more of those. Definitely. I know that they're quite a crowd favourite, those long form interviews. But yeah, man, we'll definitely do that. Definitely do that. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Blips and Three Thieves. Anyone else in the chat as well? Feel free to chip in, join in on the conversation. Hi, are you only making drum and bass, or are you making other kinds of music? I started making last year. I started making some lo-fi. It's like the complete opposite to drum and bass. Was releasing some tracks under a different alias called Tony and Sloan, and that was just me being like, yeah, I was in a bit of a creative rut, and I wanted to like express myself with making music, but I just wasn't really in the mood for doing D&B. So I found myself listening to a lot of like lo-fi music just to chill out and unwind, and so I just thought I'd have a crack at trying to produce some lo-fi shit, just taking some old breaks and like slowing them the fuck down, like really, really, really slow, and then just like messing about with some Arturia synths on top of them and putting loads of tape delay on stuff. So yeah, I was doing some lo-fi, and right now I probably will go back to making some drum and bass again soon. It's been a little while since I've produced a track, and I'll probably my next track will probably be a D&B one again, because I've got so many Serum sounds to use now. So got to try some of those out in a D&B track. But good question. Drum and bass seems just the most natural thing for me to make, you know? Like it seems that's kind of just what comes out when I sit down. It's just a natural reaction. I can't really control it. Yeah. What about you? What do you make? Yes. Anyway, when will the Belgian frog era end? Yeah, that's a good question, isn't it? That's a good question. Will it ever end? I'm not sure if it will. Will it get worse? I think we're more on we have to think more about damage control rather than hoping it will end. I think it's like, how can we sustain the least damage as it continues to get worse? How can we protect ourselves in the future from it? Yeah, it's quite awful, isn't it? It's quite awful. Yeah, it just kind of alienates me a bit from the mainstream drum and bass scene, you know, because like I went to one night like in Berlin, like before I went traveling, and I can't remember who the headliner was, but it was just like screechy noises and like really long drawn out build-ups, and then the drops were just like screeches, and I was just like, this is hurting my ears. It's like there's not even any low pass filter on anything here. Some songs are good, but there's only so much frog I can handle. Yes, that, I mean, certain frogs are poisonous as well, and I look a bit like a frog today because I've got my green on. Even I can only handle a certain amount of frogginess as well. There's a limit to that. You can eat them though; they're quite nice to eat, especially in France when they're cooked well over there. But yeah, aka Alpha Films, aka Imprint. Thoughts on the new Skrillex album? To be honest with you, I think I saw something about there being some new Skrillex, or I saw that he was performing at some main stage festival or something like that. But I don't think I've listened to his new album. Personally, like I never really have been into Skrillex. Like I think I only listened to like. I think I could only tell you like one of the names of one of his songs. So yeah, I don't really know too much about his catalogue of music. I just know that he's very famous, but I never really was into it. So yeah, new album. I wouldn't be the first person to know about that, but I'm sure the production's very good. There was one thing I think he did a song with Noisia, didn't he? A couple of years ago or so. That was good. I liked that. It was quite a short song, wasn't it? I don't know if that was on one of his albums or not. I don't think it was, but yeah. Yeah, I don't really know because I haven't really heard it. But is it good? You tell me. Anyway, thank you as well, bro, for being part of the journey, part of the channel. Just crossed over to 7K. I actually wanted to get 7K last year. It was actually my my New Year's goal last year was to get 7K at the end of last year, and I got to like 6.5K or something at the end of the year, and then like this year it's taken me quite a long time to get up to 7, but we just about did it. Oh, hello, we got some more people in the chat. So Alpha Films says it's like a mixtape. Great. Yeah, that sounds like a good concept then for an album. I might check it out. How do you find not having a permanent studio if you travel around a lot? Yeah, that's a good question. I've kind of got used to it now. Like, I have a very minimal setup. As long as I've got this is my setup, you know. It's just my laptop and my headphones, and this amp. That's basically it. I've had to learn how to be very, very productive with little, and it's been like a bit of a challenge, but it's quite nice having just being very minimal. But yeah, it's forced me to learn how to do things without having much, which is great. Like I've been able to do loads of sound design and just get really into synthesis with Serum and Phase Plant and Vital since I've been away. I've done like so much sound design. It's been quite good. I don't really feel like I need a permanent studio, to be honest. Like it's not really necessary, I don't think. Hakuna Matata. What sub, yo? What sub, yo? I'm not sure what you mean, sir, but you're a sub, and I like subs. DJ Ride, great to see you in here. My patron, Absolute G, long-time supporter since day one. Thank you, Ride. We're still on the climb up to 10K. Perhaps we'll get there one day, maybe when I'm 40. But 7K is already great. I remember when I hit 1K, and that was already like, I didn't really expect I'd ever get that many subscribers. So 7K is already like way more than I at first anticipated. Alpha Films, Supersonic was the noisier one. Yes, that was it. That was a good song. That was, I remember it was like really short, wasn't it? I remember it was like, oh yeah, it's like 3 minutes. But I was like trying to figure out who did which part, you know, like who produced which bit. But yeah. Oh, it's actually, the original's actually 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 47. When was that released? What year was that? 2021. Wow, that was 4 years ago. Wow, I thought it was more recent than that. Yeah, that's all I know about Skrillex. I don't really know too much. Fair play. I thought you needed those massive DJ Khaled speakers. Yes, yes. I basically just trained myself to be really good at headphones like a while ago because I at the beginning of my production journey I would always do 50-50, like 50-50 headphones and 50-50 well, 50% headphones and 50% studio monitors. And then at some point I realized I was making better moves, better decisions in my headphones, and eventually at one point I just scrapped the monitors altogether and I just only work in headphones now. And it's kind of good that I did that because that's what made it possible for me to also travel and work at the same time. So that's great, really. I just have to lug these huge expensive headphones around, and I always get paranoid when I take them through customs because they sometimes like pull them out because they don't understand why my headphones are so big and heavy and why they're in a big box. But yeah. Yeah, no, it's good though. It's good. Thank you for saying that the work is impressive for headphones. Yeah, I honestly believe that in some cases headphones are actually better than monitors, you know. I don't think one is necessarily better than the other. Hakuna Matata, what's up? What's up to you? Mike Briggs, Slurpy Dirt, Big G. Mike, you are an absolute legend. You are one of the, I think you're definitely the most consistent commenter on every single one of my videos, and it doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you. Headphones are the way to go. That's awesome, bro. I didn't know if you're a headphone kind of guy or a monitors guy. Which headphones do you use, Mike, if you don't mind me asking? Slate VSX modelling headphone changed the game for me. Oh, okay. I think I've heard about them, but I don't really know. Let me have a little look. Slate VSX modelling. Oh, the Stephen Slate. Stephen Slate, yes. So is that just the is that a specific headphone, or is that a just the software that you use, or is it both? I think it's both, isn't it? I think it's the headphones with the software as well. They look cool. They look cool. I wouldn't probably change from my Audeze because I don't know, I'm too attached to them now. I mean, these are just so beaten up now. Like, look at like this, all this shit is like completely falling off. I've worn them in. This is a great new cable that I got though, which is excellent. But I've worn the headphones in so much, it feels like I don't know. It just feels like you've had some car for like years, but like it's almost like the more that you've used it, the more reliable it's become. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah. Good question. I have to get back to lol. Well, you don't know which headphones you have, Mike? Come on. Headphones and software. Yes, the Stephen Slate ones are those. My interface is Focusrite. Yes, I've got the Focusrite Scarlett at home. Here right now I've got my, what is it called again? FiiO. My FiiO Q3, I think it is. I've got just my FiiO headphone amp, but I have a Focusrite at home. But the headphone amp is actually better than the Focusrite for the sound quality. But I do have quite power-hungry headphones, though. Congrats on 7K. Thank you, Django Flaherty. What a wonderful name that is. Ladas, how long did it took you to start liking your own stuff? I understand that it's a continual struggle until the days are gone, but there has to be a point when you're objectively happy with the result. Yes, that is true. I did not like my stuff at the beginning. I would say it took around 5 years, probably, till I started liking my own music. That sounds maybe like a long time, but that's probably the honest answer. Yeah, I reckon about 5 years of like consistently producing until I was eventually starting to enjoy my own stuff. Different people learn faster. When I was learning back in the day, like it was a lot harder to get the information. Now the information is a lot easier to get, I think. But yeah, it took a long time. What do you use for keyboards? You mean musical keyboards? I've got just a very simple MIDI keyboard at home. It's a cheap one. It's the what is it called? Begins with an A, I think. I think it begins with an A. MIDI keyboard. Oh, it's showing me all like Thai. Everything's in Thai. Not Akai. Not Arturia. I can't remember what it's called. It's like when you go on Amazon and it's like the cheapest one. I think it begins with an A. It's like A6 or something. I'm determined to find out what it is now. I think it only cost me like 80 euros or something for like a fairly large one. What's the brand? Not Arturia. I don't think it's Akai. No, I don't think it's Akai. M Audio? Maybe it's M Audio. It looks like it's that one actually. I think it was the M. I think that's the one I've got actually, yeah. It's like the M Audio key station, I think it is. It does sound long. I'm on the 1.5 years. Thanks for the answer. Yes, also Ladas, different people have different, what's the word? Like, expectations of how their music should sound. My expectation was always like really, I don't know, like, I'm still not completely happy with my sound, to be honest, but I had a very high, I wanted my stuff to sound as good as like other producers that I really loved at the time, like Noisia, Mephius, that kind of stuff, you know? And I was always comparing myself to like a really, really high standard, and I didn't really enjoy myself, my music, because I never felt like I reached that standard, and it took me, yeah, about 5 years till I thought that I finally reached like a standard where I was happy with it, you know? Yo, the Asocial. YPE, thank you very much as well. Thank you very much for all your support, YPE. And the Asocial, absolute legend. How are you, sir? Great to see you. Thanks for all your support along the journey as well, bro. How's the weather in Serbia? But yeah, back to the MIDI keyboard. The M Audio one. Like, for me, the MIDI keyboards are not really that important. You know, so I just got the cheap one because I don't really care so much about playing the piano. I basically just needed some buttons to hit to use with Vital. I didn't really care about playing like. I mean, I'd rather get a whole grand piano if I was going to get serious about my keyboard playing skills. Have 3 days, so I'm going to work. 3 days, so I'm going to work? Surely you wouldn't be going to work if you had 3 days. But either way, man, if you're going to work, have a good shift. Oh, on music. I get you. I get you. Nice man. Nice man. Get some beats. Get some beats laid down, man. Um, yeah. Be exciting to hear what you get up to, bro. Keep working on your sound. And yeah, man. You showed me some cool projects last time in Serbia. You had some good stuff there. You know, keep working at it. And you can play some of your tracks out again next time at the next event. I hope the weather's good in Serbia as well. I'm just about to go back to Europe soon. I'm a little bit scared that it's going to be too cold for me. Did you have some musical background, or are you self-taught in everything? Self-taught in everything, yeah. Um, yeah, I went to university and I studied music production, and that's where I learned a little bit. But mostly, even then, it was still self-taught. Um, Thanks, man. When you next have the feedback, we're doing a feedback stream on the 18th of April. On the 18th of April is the next one on Patreon. But yes, Ladas, yeah, you don't need to have a musical background to be a good producer. It helps. You can probably do a little bit, you can probably work a bit faster and get some better melodies and progressions down with the background, but I didn't ever have any background, and I was able to make a career out of music production, you know, so it's not like essential. But you can always, it's always good to learn, you know. Even for me, I'd love to learn more about music theory still as well. I do quite enjoy learning about it. Ladas. Wait, sorry, Sleeping State. Ayo, I caught it over that line. Is that Spike, Sleeping State, or is that someone else? Maybe it's someone else. Oh no, you're the guy who, aren't you the guy who recently who commented? You asked a question, didn't you? And I've already answered it. You're the guy who said, after you romp across that line. The question you asked was, I love watching you make gritty bass sounds, but have you explored making music with more traditional classical instruments, orchestral scores and the like? That's what you said. And the answer, I actually answered at the beginning of the stream, but the answer again in short is no. I've tried to make I've made orchestral scores using virtual instruments, using the DAW. I used to do that like back in the day at uni, and also afterwards when I was trying to build a portfolio because I wanted to get into like film scoring. So I did a lot of like scoring for trailers and stuff like that, like just not professionally, but just for my portfolio, like just practicing. And so I love doing that. I really love like writing orchestral arrangements, but I did all of it just in the software with like virtual instruments. I didn't use any real orchestral instruments myself ever, but it would be great. I would prefer just to work with someone who's already good at them. I don't really have the interest so much in learning the piccolo right now. Ladas, I need to learn chords bad. Struggle with that. Yes, well, what you can do is you can just use ChatGPT for that, and that'll help you a lot, because that's the best way, I would say now. You can just say, look, I just need to make a chord progression that is like dark and ominous and is rooted in the key of D, and then you can just try and figure out some chords from that, you know. That's quite a nice way to learn, because you could sort of learn along as you go. Nice. I've only done it with software. Real instruments, scary. Yes, me too. Me too. Would be great. I'd love to have that control in an orchestral setting, and yeah, get lots of different musicians to come together and play Tarantula by Pendulum on the tuba. That'd be great. Get Scalar 3. What's Scalar 3 then? I don't know what that is. Let me see what that is. Is that some kind of plugin that helps you write music when you haven't got any knowledge? Scalar 3, everything you need to know. Plugin Boutique, Scalar Music, Scalar 3. What is it then? Music Theory Tools. Music Theory Tools. Yeah, it's one of the, I mean, you've got all these things you can, all these plugin tools that help you write music when you haven't got any knowledge now. I like just learning about it from the AI and just like letting that help me to write progressions and then like changing them if they're not good enough. But it's quite useful to. I think I've learned a fair bit of music theory just using the AI. I got a piano teacher, nice one, nice. The Asocial, that's awesome, bro. I had a piano teacher when I was a kid, but I only really enjoyed it because she gave me chocolates every time I did my homework, or every time I didn't fuck up the right hand melody. I'd get a chocolate button. And I remember as a kid going to those piano lessons. I didn't really like my teacher, but I was pretty much only going there to get the chocolate buttons. Congrats on 7K, mate. That's a real achievement. Thank you, Zabrinsky. It is a real achievement, isn't it? I watch other YouTubers as well. Not like, I don't really watch YouTubers in music production because I like to keep myself like in my own bubble, so I can do stuff that's like more unique and not inspired by other music production content creators. But I watch a lot of YouTube as well in other things that I'm interested in outside of music. And I mean, the YouTubers I watched, they might have like 287,000 subscribers, and I'm like, oh, I've got like the 7 at the end of your 280,000, and then that makes me feel really small again. But then there's always a bigger fish, isn't there? Congrats, bro. Keep going. I go to dive into sound design. Great stuff, Asocial. Have a great session working on your music and sound design. Have lots of fun, most importantly. Take care. But yes, everyone on here, thank you so much. I'll keep going for a bit longer because I'm enjoying it. 7K is almost as much people as my whole hometown. It's a ton of people in this perspective. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I've never played to a crowd that's had 7,000 people. If I got all of you in one venue, that would be great. Anything you'd suggest in terms of keeping projects organised? When I start a project and try out some stuff, it's really hard for me to get everything organised after laying down creative stuff. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to like my answer, but my answer is just keep consolidating, bounce stuff out, and yeah, bounce shit out, and keep like the track numbers small. That's what I do. Like because I might have gone crazy creating some bass lines and bass riffs, and ended up with already like 10 channels of like bass stuff, and no joke, I will sometimes just bounce it all out into one file, even if it's like loads of different ideas. I'll just put it into like one file, and then I've got like loads less track channels, and that's like by far the easiest way to stay organised for me. It's a bit cutthroat. You kind of got to just move forward and not look back, but it's for me the best way to do it because it just makes your production workflow a lot faster. So yeah, bounce out and consolidate as much as you physically can, as much as you can stomach. Django Flaherty. I hope I'm saying Flaherty right. Django Flaherty. Django Flaherty. I find it inspiring that people like yourself are able to make a living with relatively niche channels. Thank you, Django. Yes, it is quite inspiring. I sometimes think the same. I think, wow, I don't really have very many subscribers at all. I have a very niche channel. I'm quite weird. I sometimes just do the same sound design thing day in and day out, but yet I'm still able to somehow make a living. Not that it's an easy living by any means, but yeah, I mean, I just don't really care too much. I just do what I just do what I just do like what, I don't want to say I do what I want, but I just do what like feels the right thing to do, how I can add value, you know? I try to just add value how I can, and then like any income comes like back around like karma somehow, sometime, somewhen, hopefully. Congrats on 7K. Thank you, Sam E. Appreciate you. Is that the Sam E from the remix competition? Or someone else? But anyway, thank you. Yeah, I guess you're right. Thanks so much. Yeah, Zabrinsky, it's not the answer that you wanted to hear, but it's the right answer. I can tell you that since I have been more cutthroat with bouncing to audio and moving forward, I just finish tracks a lot quicker, you know, and stay more organised. You can always just, you don't have to have 116 channels in your projects. It's just not worth it. I've had projects like that before, but really, you know, 24 of those channels were all just atmosphere layers, and they don't need to be in 24 channels. They can just be in one. They can just be one file. Flaherty is an Irish surname. Is that an Irish accent? That's not very good. Django is French. I'm neither French nor Irish. It's good. It's a great way to confuse everyone then, isn't it? I have a similar kind of thing, because my name's Marcel, but it's not really, it's a French name really, but I'm not French. I'm actually half German and half English. So, so yeah, I have a similarly confusing name that's not really related to my actual nationality. So I know the struggle, mate. I know the struggle. It's a great name though. Where are you from then, actually? Django. Sleeping state, bounce, then delete all plugins that are stacked on every channel. Yeah, yeah, that's what I do. I bounce everything with the processing on. Yeah. Sometimes I'll bounce stuff with the sidechain on as well. Just bounce that out. Bounce out the result. Lol, my CPU will think it's on holiday. Well, that's a good feeling for your CPU. You should definitely allow, we all need to let our CPU have a little holiday. It can't just only be all about us, can it? What's the most recent thing that made you inspired in music production? Anything particular you are enjoying lately? Yeah, good question. Couple of things probably. One, definitely getting to grips with Serum 2. Doing sound design in Serum 2 has made me a bit excited and inspired again, because I've smashed Vital and Phase Plant so heavily. I've done so many presets in Vital and Phase Plant, like it's ridiculous. And when Serum 2 dropped, which was a surprise to me, and I found out that I can use my Serum 1 license for it, I was like, yeah, yes, baby, because I never actually, when I finally paid off this, what is it, the Splice rent to buy, rent to own to rent, you know, the monthly payment thing that you do for Serum. When I finally paid it off, like the whole Serum thing, so I owned it, Vital came out like the same day. And then I only used Vital going on, because it was like much easier for me to use. And then now that yeah, I was like I was kind of annoyed because I kind of spent all this money on Serum, but I wasn't really using it anymore. And now that Serum 2's come out, it's like I finally got my money back. It's like I finally got the value from Serum out again, because I didn't need to pay for an update, and the new Serum has been worth using for me now, because I feel like my sound design skills are better, so I feel like I could take on the challenge of Serum 2. So for me, that's actually quite inspiring lately to yeah, just doing sound design in Serum, seeing what I can come up with there. And apart from that, in music production in general, I'm just listening to a lot of great music at the moment. I'm just getting really into like being a listener again. Like I'm just enjoying so much music right now. Like every day, it's just been great just to like chill out more and not feel like I have to be, always have to be producing, and just like be more of a fan again. You know, like a fan of music. So yeah, listening to loads of great tunes and playing around with Serum, that's inspiring me lately. I've been living off DJing since Jan. Sacrifices were made, but it's been great for my spirit. That's excellent. That's excellent. We love to see that. We love to see that. South Africa, good stuff. That's great, man. There's not a lot of people that can do that. I know a few people that have quit their jobs just to go DJing full time. And yeah, there's a lot of sacrifices to make. But yeah, if your spirit is high, then that's the main thing. That means you're doing the right thing. So keep going. Good stuff, Django. I've been playing guitar for 50 years now. Learned many scales and chords. Well, there you go, everyone. Just ask Mike if you need to know more about scales and chords. Mike's got your back. He knows all of the modes, the Phrygian mode and the Lydian mode and all of this nonsense. Just ask Mike Briggs. He's going to set up his own Discord. He's going to set up the Artifact fan club, official fan club Discord with his musical theory knowledge. Been loving Serum 2. Probably wouldn't have been able to upgrade for a while if it hadn't been free. Yes, well, if you just made a lot of sacrifices to go and do your DJing, then yeah, sometimes the budget can't always afford all the new toys that we want. But yeah, man, it's great that Steve Duda dropped it for free. He's a bit of a legend, isn't he? Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering if is Serum gonna become more of a replacement for me than Vital, or Phase Plant. You know, it's kind of a three-way battle going on now between those three. But yeah, loving it. Thanks to any of you guys who grabbed my new Serum preset back as well. I don't know, I think there might be one or two of you on here who did already. But yeah, thanks guys. But yeah, 7K subscribers, that's great. I've got to keep pushing forward, keep doing new content. I've done over 1,200 videos, and I need to I need more ideas because even I will run out of ideas. But no, I'll just keep doing keep making some cool noises. I'll figure something out. But if you guys ever need any like specific questions answered in a video form, then you just have to let me know, you know, so I can tailor the videos to suit your needs. I kind of feel like I'm doing sound design videos until you guys ask more pressing mix down questions that I can help you with. You know, it's like most of my videos at the moment are sound design stuff, you know, but like if you guys had like more specific mixing or composition or arrangement problems that you wanted help with, then I'll do those videos for you, you know. So you guys have to kind of give me a bit of a direction in what you want as well, you know, It's a two-way thing here. But yes, 45 minutes. Let's try and go for an hour. Give other people a chance to join if anyone else is going to jump in. I'm not sure what time it is in the world for everyone. What's the time in South Africa? I wonder. Let's say Johannesburg. I didn't know how to spell that really. There we go. Time Johannesburg now. 2:55. So you're like 7. Is that 7 hours behind me? No, 5 hours behind me. 2. Yeah, 5 hours. You're only 5 hours behind in South Africa. Interesting. And the UK, that must be further behind though, right? Or is it? Is it the same? Oh, it's almost. Oh wow, it's not far off actually. Wait, is South Africa the same as Berlin? Oh, it is, isn't it? Wow. I never knew that. I thought South Africa was slightly ahead of Central Europe, but it's the same. Crazy. I'm in Bangkok right now. I'm in Thailand. So I'm almost 8 p.m. here. I'll be going to get my dinner in after this probably, and then need to pack actually because I'm going to a different hotel tomorrow. But yeah, Bangkok time, which is what's that then? Ahead of UK, 1:56. 6 hours. It's only 6 hours ahead of UK. It's not that far really. Yeah, we don't have daylight savings though. Yeah, that always confuses me. I don't really know. Yeah, it's just too difficult to my brain to understand that kind of stuff. How many hours ahead is Bangkok to UK? Is it only 6 hours? That's crazy, man. I didn't realise only 6 hours ahead of the UK. I thought it would like it's so far away. So it would have to be like 8 hours, but yeah, strange. Anyway, yes. Any more questions before I go? Before I go and stuff my face with some more Thai food? For the 3rd time today. I'm really getting fat out here. It's not really it's not that good. If you want to be on a diet, then don't go to Thailand because the food is just so good. It's so good and it's so cheap, and you just want to live like a king every day. Burning through the bahts. So UK was 2 hours behind me until a week or so ago. I see. Yeah, so you don't have daylight savings time, but the UK does, and that makes everything more awkward. The UK like to do that. They like to make things awkward for every other country. But yes, guys. It's been emotional. Ladas. Originally, I'm from heaven, but then when I came to Earth, it was through the conception of 2 humans, and one of them is German, one of them is English, and I was born. I was born in Germany, but then I actually grew up in England, and now I relocated again to Germany. So in Normandy, not quite Normandy. I've been to Normandy. Have I been to Normandy? Yeah, I've been to Normandy. Yeah, I've been to Rouen and where else have I been around there? Yeah, I think just Rouen really. Not too much further west from there, but yeah. So I'm sort of English and German. It's a bit difficult. I don't really fit in England, or I don't really fit in Germany either. So I just sort of travel around now, travel around and make friends with Asian people. Yeah, I guess I would consider myself more English than German, just because of I spent most of my childhood there, you know. But I do currently reside in Germany. Is it working? Gollum's piece. Is what working? And yes. Yeah, I'm a bit of a lost soul, to be honest with you, though, guys. I kind of just travel around a lot. Bit of a wanderer, bit of a nomad, you know. Home is wherever I lay my hat that night. I love to travel. I love to make music. It's like my two favourite things to do with my life. So, yes. But yeah, it's great to. That's what's so great about YouTube, because, you know, we're all connected through our passion, but we're all from different parts of the world, you know, and that's really awesome to me, because, yeah, it's just like, it's just great how you can find friends like all over the world through like what you're interested in, and I love the internet for that. That's cool as hell. Your main income comes from music. Yes, I'm completely full time in music. Yeah, have been for about 3 or 4 years. I think I went full time about 3 years ago. About 3 years ago, I went full time music. Before then, it was always 50-50, bit of part time work, bit of music. But yeah, about 3 years now, I've been living just from music. Do you make a lot of friends on the road or enjoy solitude? Great question. Great question. It's a bit of both, really. It's a bit of both. I'm mostly very much a lone wolf. I'm very happy on my own. I really enjoy solitude. Yeah, bit of a introvert in real life. You know, on YouTube and the internet, maybe I come across like a real extrovert, you know, and I put myself out there. But in real life, I really like I like my own space, and I love being by myself and just yeah, just listening to music, listening to podcasts, going for walks, reading, going to the gym, doing like, yeah, just enjoy my own company. But I go through stages. What will happen when I'm traveling is I'm always just minding my own business. I'm always in my own world, doing my own thing, and then occasionally there'll just be a natural meeting with someone. Call it a divine intervention, but like, I'll naturally meet people without even trying. You know, for example, like in the pool somewhere, like you kind of go for a swim and you just end up talking to someone, or like maybe on a flight or on a bus, or I don't know, wherever. Sometimes you just end up talking to random people, and sometimes you just click and just become friends straight away. So I got really good friends in Manila. I was traveling in the Philippines, and I was just like minding my own business. I was there for a month. I didn't even think I'd make any friends. I was just like working on music and just, yeah, just minding my own business and going for a swim. And I met these guys. One guy and two. Was it one guy? One guy and two girls. They were like a group of friends that went for a swim as well, and that we just like proper clicked straight away, and they were just like super nice, and like we ended up like playing beach volleyball, and then they ended up just showing me around the whole city. They were just like, yeah, come with us, we're going here, we're going here. I was like, all right. But they were just like, the vibe was just so good, you know. But I wasn't like looking to make friends. It just like happened naturally, you know. So yeah, I'm really happy, content by myself. But if I make friends along the journey, then it's even better, you know. But Jonathan, hello. How are you? Great to see you, my friend. Still keeping up with your running, I hope. Part of me wishes that you're still running around in a Santa hat. I'd find that very amusing if you never took the hat off and just kept going all year round. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm basically yeah, I'll stream for like another 5 minutes to get us up to an hour, and then I'll shoot off and I'll go get some dinner, because I've actually only got 2 nights. I've actually only got 2 nights left in Thailand now, and I want to try to get the most calories in that I can while I'm here, because when I go back, when I leave Thailand, I'm going to go on a bit of a diet again, and so I'm just sort of smashing the Thai food and just enjoying it while I'm still here, because it's not every day that you get to go to Thailand and eat Thai food. Did 32 miles Saturday. Wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's a lot. Got to bounce, enjoy the travels. Hope to be able to do that Sunday. Of course you can, Django. Of course you can. Yeah, the bus runs every day, my friend, and you don't have to travel with a lot of money. You can do it on the cheap. That's what I did always when I started out. Great to see you though, Django. Take care. Make a tune, dude. Farewell to Bangkok. Yeah, there's a couple of songs about Bangkok that I really like, that I listen to a lot while I'm here. One is by Rush, the progressive rock band. That's a great tune, Passage to Bangkok. That's an absolute banger if you like rock music. Maybe Mike knows that one. But yes, it could be a farewell to Bangkok song. It could be quite a good idea. Yeah, Bangkok is definitely one of a kind. It's definitely I don't know if any of you guys have been there, but there's the famous road is Khao San Road. Is the road in the centre, and it's where all of the tourists and backpackers go, and where all the Thai curries and pad Thai stalls and barbers and tailors and yeah, clothes, shirts like these are sold, and it's a very famous place. And I came here 10 years ago, and no joke, it's exactly the same as it was 10 years ago. It's like exactly the same place. Even the food place I used to eat at had the same menu. It was like they hadn't even printed out a new menu in 10 years. It was like exactly the same. I was like, wow. But yeah, Bangkok is great. If you ever get to go there, you should. Anyway, 3 minutes. 3 minutes left. Any more music questions? Camden on steroids. Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is. There's definitely you could compare it to Camden in some way. Yeah. Camden is great, actually. That's one of my favourite places in London. It's been a long time since I've been there. We used to go up there. Me and my friends from school always used to go up to Camden and see what legal things we could buy up there. But yeah, yes, everyone. Just want to say thank you again for all your support on the channel. Let's keep going. I'll keep doing the best I can to do tutorials and sound design and make presets for you guys and drop tunes and bring artists up on the label and teach people and just continue to push the music forward, bring people into the drum and bass world, help people with their goals inside drum and bass, whether that's, you know, leveling up their production sound or just giving them some advice, you know. I'll continue to do my best, and you guys can continue to support as you already have been doing so wonderfully. Let me know what you want me to do, content wise, always up for suggestions. And yeah, just keep up the good vibes that we got going, my J's. Let's keep things rolling. Hopefully we all kind of progress forward together as a unit. That's the plan. And yeah, it's just great to bring people together that have similar interests, you know. And yes, nice people were inside the comments and stuff. making connections with each other and, you know, making friends with each other. It's really, really, really nice to see. Thank you, John. I will go now because I've done an hour and I've just been rambling and talking a lot of nonsense. But thank you everyone for joining in my little victory lap. I will go and enjoy my last couple of nights here in Thailand, and you guys have a great couple of days as well. And then I'll see you guys on some more videos very soon. All right? Take care then, everyone. Much love.